What's up, everyone? It's Matt Mrozik, and believe it or not, I'm actually re-recording this review because the first one was so choppy and shitty. I'm redoing it because I was just like, I was fine. I'd put everything together. I thought I was missing stuff. I found the stuff. Anyway, the one thing you won't see in this, hopefully, is that I had them all kind of together and he fell apart and nothing broke. So hopefully it doesn't fall apart. But anyway, this is a custom 1/4 scale kit of Clark Kent Daily Planet. It's called Daily Planet Clark Kent / Superman, offered by Group 18. So super cool piece. If you're not familiar with this, be very surprised if you don't know about it. But yeah, really cool. So this is just the outside of the box. I'm not going to go over the packing because I did that in the previous video, and it's the same thing. It's foam packing, done very, very well. So the packing's excellent. This is just the top of the box to show it to you. So there's that. I've got it over here, and I'm just gonna bring them out and try to do this much better, because the last video was 30 minutes of me rambling on and being stupid. Now there's some blue tack on him already because I was trying to get him to stay together better the first time I recorded this, which really wasn't working too well, just because of the way he stands. He leans forward quite a bit because of the design of the piece. So there's the legs and the feet. Here are his arms, like that. I'll lay these all out so you can see all the pieces. Now this came assembled, but I'm going to take it apart and then show you how this all goes together. So a great thing about this kit is that when I was talking to the commissioner about it, he's asking me how I wanted to receive my kit, like how much of it do I want assembled. And I told him, well, keep it as separate as separate as possible. And he was mentioning that the factory recommended that they put the shirt on because it's hard to put on. Well, it's actually really easy to take off. So there's the jacket. Here's his chest with the Superman suit. Here's his white suit shirt. Came apart very easily. Here is his briefcase. The handle comes off. That was actually taped on when I opened it the first time. It's 2 hands. Let me put on autofocus. There we go. It's 2 hands. I will tell you that for my first review, the quality on this is excellent. Got a little, some fitting things I got to work on a little bit, but nothing major. We got 3 portraits. So I'm unpacking this. And when I was doing my first review, I was mentioning that these two look very similar, and they are very similar, but they're slightly different. So someone who is familiar with, and this is inspired by Alex Ross, by the way. So it's inspired by the artwork of Alex Ross, which I'm a little familiar with his work because, you know, I've been painting statues for about 2 years now. So I'm learning more about all these artists. So these are slightly different, I guess maybe different ages. This one's got a little more definition, maybe a little more chiseled looking. So I'll have to talk to the commissioner, someone who knows what they're talking about, what the main difference is. I had just this little bit of breakage on the very tip of his hair right there, which is kind of happens quite a bit with these guys. So I'm going to have to add a little putty to that or something. I actually have 2 of these. One is my personal piece, and one is for the commissioner of this piece. So yeah, here is the base, which is beautiful. Let's turn it right side up. Daily Planet logo. Love the side of it. It's simple. It's very reminiscent of the architecture that you'd see in the Superman comics. Very Art Deco, very time, period to the time, or reminiscent of that time period of when Superman would take place. So that's very kind of Art Deco, 30s, kind of 40s time period. I will mention that the hole where the foot pegs into was actually filled. I had to drill it out to put the foot in. To get him to sit down, we get 3 S logos, S symbols I should say. So here's one. Again, there's 3 of these, and I'm not sure what the main differences are, so I'm going to have to tell me. There's the second one. And then we got the third one. Now the third one, now they all are all different. This one is much different. This looks very classic to me. Got those. And then when I did the review the first time, my only critique was that I wish we had some glasses. Well, as I was putting them away, I found the glasses. And they're right here. So some glass frames. So that is, make sure I got it all. Oh, and the tie. Then we have a tie. And the tie comes in 2 pieces. They did that for molding and casting purposes. And then we have the label. And I am allowed to say the group name. So the sculptor is Parag Lavande, and it's by Group 18 Productions. Here is the bottom sticker. Very nice. I love the press pass. So let's talk about quality, starting from the bottom up. First of all, the sticker. Very, very nice label. It's thick vinyl. You'd be surprised at how many times anyone who collects statues, you get a label that's not attached, and it's like shot. It's all to hell. This is because it got some scuff marks on it and stuff, but a lot of times you get these and they're wrinkled, they have creases in them, and you can never get a new one. So it's really nice quality. 10 kits were made. This is number 3. I'm not sure what number is the other one I have. I haven't opened it. This is the only one I've opened. And then let's start with the base. I talked about it a little bit already. So we got this great base. It's hollow casted, but it's got some weight to it. So the piece itself is relatively light, but the base is heavy. It's hollow casted, but nice, super crisp detail. Love the Daily Planet logo right there on top. Established 1932. So yeah, so in the 30s, 40s, I was correct. Yay. Metropolis, greatest newspaper with the globe on there. Really nicely done. And then now let's look at the shoes. Again, these have blue tack on them from the first time I was doing my awesome review. Anyone who watches my reviews knows that the video quality is not the greatest. So I love the shoes. They're simple, great texture in the leather. Probably can't see it in camera, but when it gets painted, it'll show up. Real simple, super classic, very reminiscent of the time period. Just really nicely done. And here's the other one. So we'll put that in the base. Again, I'll see if I can get him to stand in this review. The previous I had him kind of standing, but he kept wanting to fall apart. Let's look at the legs. Great sculpt in the pants. Love the texture in the stripes. Belt, simple leather belt. What I love the most are the wrinkles. I'm a sucker for capes and anything that shows emotion. So this piece has a lot of motion, even though it's fairly simple. So, and the fit on the feet and the pants is phenomenal. They fit perfectly. Just like that. Okay. Alrighty. Since we're kind of talking about the bottom, let's look at the briefcase. 2 pieces, handle and the briefcase. Very nicely done, great sculpt. Love the little kind of flow in the straps here. They're just not straight. Nice little touch. Simple, but done very well. We got a nice handle here, which is a separate piece, which will be glued in after paint or pre-paint. And that can go right there. I'm just gonna put it off to the side right now. There is a little indentation right here. I'm wondering if that is specifically for the briefcase to go there. Oh, I know it is. So it's a little indentation for this part of the briefcase. So if you want it, I guess technically it's supposed to lay down like this. If you want to display it with the briefcase, I guess you'd lay it down. I would probably, I don't know, maybe it's standing up. We'll put that to the side. Now let's talk about this part of the kit. The chest and the jacket and the shirt. So this is the part we kind of discussed how I wanted to receive it. I told him have the factory keep it in as many pieces as possible just for painting. This is hollow casted. This is a polyurethane resin, so it's very light, very durable. If you follow this group, they posted a video of the factory dropping the legs on the floor of the factory, probably about 4 or 5 feet, and they just bounced. They didn't break or shatter. So we got the Superman suit, which slips into the white shirt and it goes right in. Perfect. Like just like that. 1 second. All right, sorry, my dog started to bark. So I'll slip right in. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and paint everything and then put together, and I'll do any touch-ups after it's in there, but that makes painting much easier. I don't have to go in there and mask this off. Because if I had to paint the shirt and in there, it'd be really hard to get paint in there without getting a lot of dry spray. It fits very nicely. So, and the sculpt on these are amazing. Again, lots of motion here where he's got his hands on the shirt, he's ripping it open. You know, he's answering the call. And then probably my favorite part of the sculpt and the piece is this jacket. Love this sculpt. Tons of motion in this. Clark's got the call, he's running forward, or he's standing there, and there's wind blowing his face, and he's pulling his jacket off, and he's revealing his Superman outfit. Just like that. Very, very nicely done. I am going to try to blue tack to see. While I have this here, let's talk about the portraits. So we got 3 portraits. I forgot to pull out the third one. The third one has his hat. Let's talk about the fit of the portraits on the shirt, because I know there's maybe some concern with how these go in. Now, they showed a video of the factory putting a head in and it basically snapped in. Mine don't really snap in. They kind of go in. There's a magnet in there. It's not super strong, but right now my heads all 3 of them want to tilt backwards, leaving a space right there. So I think what I got to do is I got to put a head in here, kind of clamp it all together, and then heat the back of the shirt a little bit in order to do that. It doesn't really need a magnet, I don't think, because you got enough pressure from the shirt holding this in. So you'll get a little bit of paint rub in there. Now, the guys in China can actually use better paints than us here in the US. They can use all these lead-based paints and stuff, so they can use much more durable paints. So you might get a little paint rubbing on these from someone in the US, and this is part of the fact. Anytime you have 2 surfaces rubbed together with paint, you're going to get some rubbing and marks. So that one fits pretty good. That one fits pretty good, but see, I got a little bit of a lip right there. And then this guy. If anything, if there's a lip, it should be, this is the worst one right here as far as fit goes. Yeah, I think I need to heat this shirt up a little bit. Let's see how it wants to pop out. So I need to heat this shirt up a little bit, I think, to get it to fit better. And then I'll go in. So yeah, but cool. So I actually tend to like the portrait with the hat the best, because it's Clark Kent, you know, becoming Superman. Okay, so let's see if I can blue tack this guy together without him falling over. So I'm gonna put some blue tack on his waist here, because it is really impressive when he's together. He wants to fall forward on his ankles right now because that's just the way it stands. He's leaning forward. So he got this cool stance where he's coming forward like that. All the S logos fit very, very well. Nice magnet. Boom. No gaps around any of them. Again, I'm sure there's supposed to be a specific logo with a specific head. Someone can educate me on which goes with which, because I don't know. I don't mind admitting I don't know. All right, let's put the jacket on. In my opinion, the best part of the sculpt. So it goes on like that. And I'll have to do, just from doing the test fitting earlier, I'll have to work on closing up that a little bit because these hands grab the shirt. Now let's look at the hands. Great sculpt. Great skin texture. You can see the pores and great veins. Love the fingernail on the thumb. Looks really good. So he's ripping open up his shirt and jacket. So this one fits really good around both. I think it's supposed to go around both. That's what makes sense to me. Yeah, like that. this guy's supposed to go around both too. So I have to do a little work here. Sorry, my hand's in the way. A little heating. So there's his hands. That's the approximate position. Like that. Let's see if we can't get an arm on. Yeah, that one's going on. If anything, is going to fall forward off his ankles like it did when I did this, recorded the first time. Nothing broke. There we go. And again, I'm just kind of, also when you put these together, there's a lot of times there's a certain order you got to put them together. So I find that if I put the hands on the shirt and the jacket first and then put the arms in, it went together much easier. Just going to throw his hat on. I can't put the tie on. Well, I can put the part of the tie on. I can't put the other. And then this goes around his shirt like this. It's kind of a pressure fit. Just like that. Boom. And it'll be flying off in the distance. And I'm not sure which logo is supposed to go with this. So I'm going to put this one on, which is what I like. Yeah, I'll throw the briefcase on there too. Oops, sorry. Looking up, getting ready to take off. Now his glasses don't fit very well. The arms are too short, I think. So I have to look at a picture of one of the production pieces and see if they're supposed to kind of go up in the hat. But they don't fit over his ears, that's for sure. The arms are too short. So you can see here that the arm's too short. It doesn't go over his head all the way. So I wonder if I need a... They're not really bent too, they're flat. So maybe I gotta heat these up a little bit. I can force it. I'm gonna have to work on that a little bit. So those need a little work on the fit. No surprise because it's very thin resin. Let's back this sucker up and look at it. I mean, come on. That's an amazing piece. Again, none of this glued or anything, so he's kind of falling apart a little bit. He'll stand, he's leaning really forward right now. He'll stand more like this when all done. And then I do like the briefcase. I think it's supposed to lay outside on the base. I'd probably, if you put it on the way they have it kind of designed, there's a, like I said, there's an indentation on the base, and I think it's supposed to kind of come like this. Yeah. I think what they could have done, and this is really nitpicky, or it could come here. Like if they wanted this briefcase to sit in a specific spot, you know, they have an indentation, but it's kind of it's not a real. You can lay wherever you want, but if they had it in mind for it to be in a certain spot, maybe put a magnet in it. Just a suggest. It's a really small crit, not even a crit, just a suggestion. It's not a crit, but there you go. Phenomenal piece. I'm not going to switch out the portraits because you get the idea, but great quality. Another thing I noticed is that I do see a mold line in the legs right here, so I'm going to sand that down a little bit. We'll see. I really don't feel it, so maybe it's not really there. Sometimes mold lines show up after primer, so I always see if I can feel it. And if I don't feel it, you're usually probably okay. Simple piece. He's wanting to fall forward. I can sense he's gonna want to fall. And then also he would stand a little. He's leaning back right now, so he would sit like this, more forward on the waist, and stand up a little bit. So that's really his pose right there. But you get a lot of sense of motion in the sculpt of this clothes. Yeah, I can finally feel a mold line here a little bit, so I have to sand it down a little bit. Not the end of the world. Phenomenal piece. So great job by this group. I know people are getting their painted pieces today. I've already seen some photos of them. They look amazing. So super stoked to paint this guy up. Like I said, I have two. This is for the commissioner, and then he gave me one as payment for the paint work. So I got a bunch of projects going on right now, so I'll get to work on this probably as soon as I can in the next couple weeks. Yeah, I got some prototypes I gotta get off my bench. So, but we're looking good. Really nice piece. Great job by Group 18. So I know he's highly sought after already. It's sold out super quick, and you know, people are just now getting them. So, but great job. Love the sculpt. Love the piece. Quality on the kit is excellent. Fit is overall is very good. Need some work on the portraits to get those to fit correctly, but other than that, looks great. As always, thanks for watching. This is Matt Morozic. We'll catch you guys next time. Bye.